So here is Camp Saddlewood Fire Department. This is built for Matchbox size vehicles. So this has been done for about 6 months or so. I made it out of wood, and we did some stuff to the inside and did a lot of painting and put the brick on the outside, but by and large I was inspired by a lot of what I saw on YouTube. So this came out of what I saw on YouTube, and I had an inspiration to do some stuff for the grandkids, and I had some Matchbox fire trucks, but not too many. Most of these that you see here I bought on eBay because I only had some old stuff. I'll show you the one fire chief car, which is typical for late 60s, early 70s Lesney Matchbox stuff. So that's like a Mercury full-size car. So that's parked on the side. Painted everything. Did the brick. We ordered this online. We applied this directly. There's a couple places where we had to hot glue it, but just to try to give it that brick look. Daughter made the Saddlewood Fire Department logo things inside. We live on Saddlewood Drive, so we call it, everything's Camp Saddlewood out here, so it's Saddlewood Fire Department. Could be called Camp Saddlewood, but I guess it's just Saddlewood. Most of these, like I said, 95% of them are eBay purchases. A couple of them are Dollar General, like this one, some auxiliary type of a truck. Same thing with this pumper. This one's from Dollar General, but a lot of these are from eBay. 2 rescue vehicles, that's like an auxiliary. These are all pumpers, these 4. 2 brush trucks I was able to get from eBay. The white one and the one behind it, I think I got that from Dollar General, but this one's online. That's pretty sharp. They don't all match 100%, but that's okay. 2 ladder trucks. I think I have a third one sitting somewhere. These are labeled as Pierce Velocity. I think they're like 100-foot ladder trucks. So I like those. Wanted to have those, a little bit of variety. Caused me to take the station from just being, like maybe 2 bays or 4 bays to having the side over here where we have the brush trucks, and then I have rescues in the back where they can go out the back. This one I had from way back in the late 60s, early 70s. It's kind of quirky, but I kept it. Those 2 I bought from eBay. This one's the old, what ambulances used to be in the 50s and 60s, just a station wagon. This one happens to be, I think, a Mercedes. But I'm just keeping that as like a collection piece. Conversation piece of sorts, old vehicle. And then the big Mohican, the command vehicle. These cost a few pennies on eBay, but I think they're a Matchbox. It's a mobile command center. This one here's from 2010, so that pretty much takes up its whole bay down there. And then niece's husband works in Charlottesville, Virginia, so he saw this when he was up here with his son, and he gave me this challenge coin, and I think that's the county in Virginia it's from. It's I don't know how you pronounce it, Albemarle or Albemarle County. Anyway, challenge coin. So he said he might be able to get me another one or so, whenever those come down the pike, I have a little wooden display. This is like the front entrance. This is technically the front entrance, the public entrance to it. Did some stuff out of gravel. Small figurines, they were hard to find. So that's like the entrance. That's where the public comes in. I think that's kind of where in here would be like a dispatch office. This is all the crew's bunks and kitchenette, whatever they have, place to stay. I wanted to try to make it realistic. These guys are SUVs. One's a Chevy Tahoe, the other I think is a Ford Explorer from eBay. They're a little newer. This is a police vehicle, SUV. I think that's a Ford Explorer too. Just wanted to show, in case a police officer was visiting the station. So that's pretty much it. I can put out another video. This is my very first video. I'm going to try to upload this to YouTube. But anyway, here it is. Everything's out of wood, glued and nailed from underneath, hand painted on the inside. Did some stuff with the window frames to try to dress those up on the outside. hand painted on the inside, got some striping. We need something smaller, but you can see the windows here. I tried to do something a little bit different with those. This was supposed to be a retaining wall, and it kind of is, although it'd probably look a little bit more realistic if we had a hillside that kind of came off of that. I may do something in the future with that to kind of make it look a little bit more realistic as far as the you know, being a retaining wall and so forth. This stuff came from some of the train accessory places online. Those are just applied down. Those are just stuck on. Those can be removed, I think. But anyway, this whole sheet, I don't know what the size of it is, but we have, you know, an entrance over here with 2 bays, and I have that painted gray to match we probably should do it black, I suppose, but I left it gray. This is for, you know, the macadam in front of the station. Everything's gray on the inside. And then this one back here is got 2 bays for the ambulances. I think I'm going to get 1 or 2 more rescue because I wasn't able to find a whole lot that I liked. This one here is a standard. I think that's a Ford F350 or something like that. So I have 2 of those. I got to get at least 1, if not 2 more. So we round that out, and then there's the back entrance. Well, that's pretty much it. I'm going to post this up to my YouTube account just so people can see it, and maybe people can get inspired to do something for their kids. It's kind of neat to have. This would take up a fair amount of room, but on a rainy day, probably be good for kids. And I had a lot of fun doing it, so I really enjoyed it. And here it is. Hope you enjoy. Feel free to send me any comments, or if you have any questions, I'll be glad to try to help you answer them. Like I said, I just kind of winged it. I didn't have any plans or anything, so any kind of measurements that might be needed, I would have to measure this all out, but I'd be happy to. Thanks for looking. Have a good day.